Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Circles of Rhythm Drumming and Meditation. This week we're inviting you and your children to join us together because, let's face it, kids have stress too. So let's come together, grab a drum, and get ready to play along, and here we go. Ouch, that was loud. All right, my name is Julien Lepage, or Julien Lepage. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Circles of Rhythm Drumming and Meditation. This week we invite you and your kids to come and join us and learn a little bit more about stress management and what it's like to manage stress as a little one, as a young person. But guess what? This is not just for kids. However, we will be speaking directly to people who are younger, and you could be younger at heart. But really, though, this is good stuff. This is stuff that we can all launch from. So, if you have a drum, one of the biggest things that we know about stress is that it can get a little bit scrambled. And sometimes it helps to just let it all out. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little stress relief round. So if you have a drum, or maybe if you have a pillow and a couple drumsticks, or if you have something that you can make noise with, if it's a shaker or something, just grab your noisemaker, your favorite noisemaker, your favorite rhythmic instrument. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 rounds, okay? The first round, we're just going to be drumming nice and soft, but as fast as we can. The second round, we're going to start soft, but then we're going to come louder and louder and louder. And then the last round, we're going to play a nice, steady pulse, just to kind of bring ourselves back to calming our bodies, okay? So round 1, as fast as you can, but softly, but still fast. Round 2, fast, but then bring up the volume, and then stop. And then the last round, a steady pulse. And if you can, put your hand on your heart when you're doing that last one. Are you ready? Here we go. Take a deep breath in and exhaling out. Shake it out. Take your hands out. Get ready for the next round. We're going to start soft and then we're going to go really loud. As loud as you can. Let it all out. Don't let anything behind, okay? Here we go. Deep breath in and exhaling out. Awesome. The last round is just a steady pulse. If you can, put a hand on your heart and play with one hand, or just pat yourself on the heart to the beat. Here we go. Nice. Take a deep breath in, breathe in. And exhaling out with a sigh. That feels pretty good. Can I tell you a little secret? Drumming is good medicine. It helps calm down the mind. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but the mind is a busy thing. And when we have things like cell phones or devices, iPads, emails, things like that, when we're constantly watching TV, things like that, our brain starts to want and look for distractions. It's constantly trying to be, entertained. And so it's really important for us to find ways to tell our brains to stop and to focus on one thing. And so for me, to drum it out, just to hit the drum, just kind of as a chaos, making it sound like a thunderstorm is coming out, is a good way for me to kind of slow down my brain and just allow myself to think about just the drumming, right? Just the drumming. I wasn't thinking about anything else. If you can think back as to when you were drumming with me, were you thinking about something else? Probably not. Probably not a lot. So that's a good thing. We want to do that as often as we can in order for us to really kind of get rid of that stress. And when I say stress, what I mean is that there's a lot of things happening in your brain and you're having difficulty focusing on one thing. You're just constantly kind of having difficulty maybe speaking or sharing some of what you're trying to, how you're feeling, right? And so a good way for us to manage that is to find tools, things that help us slow down our brain and just slow down our thinking. And so for me, rhythm is a way to help me slow down my thinking. And so, if you think about it, when we were drumming hard and fast, that's kind of how our brain works, right? Our brain is just, there's a lot of things happening. But then when we're drumming slowly, that's a more organized rhythm, a rhythm that we can follow. And so that's kind of what it is. We need to have positive thinking rhythms and to get rid of some of that negative thinking rhythms. And drumming can be one of those ways that helps, but also meditation can be a really good way to do that. So in a moment, we're going to teach you how to kind of take a few minutes on your own. All it takes is 5 to 10 minutes every day to sit down and just kind of be calm, try to slow down your thinking, try to connect with your heart if you can. For me, I really like to feel and see. Can you do this? Put your hand on your fingers on your throat and see if you can feel your rhythm, or right here. Did you ever do that before? See if you can feel your pulse. If you've never done this before, maybe ask a grown-up and say, what does it feel to feel my heart through my neck? How do I do that? And then see if you can feel it. And you're like, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Nice. And see if you can just stop for a minute and quiet down and feel your heart. And these are good ways to increase your positive thinking rhythms, okay? So if we can do these kinds of things every day, that's a really, really helpful thing for us to do. Because we can do it in the morning or we can do it at night, and it helps us kind of get rid of all that stress and helps reorganize our thinking so that we're ready for the next thing. So one of the things that I like to do is to keep the rhythm, the drumming, very basic, especially at the beginning. So if I have a nice steady pulse like this, you can still hear it, right? The pulse is still there. Boom, 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 boom. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this pulse, and you can play along with it. But make sure you don't lose touch with that pulse, because that's the heartbeat of the music. That's the heartbeat of the rhythms. So I'm going to play around. I'm going to have a steady pulse on this drum here. And I'm going to play around on my drums. And you can play along with me. But let's keep it nice and simple, nice and steady. Great. So, if you feel like you weren't feeling successful playing the drum, one thing that is really important to know about drumming is that if you can say it, you can play it. So here's a couple rhythms that you can take away from today's drumming part. First one goes like this. I love apple pie. So there's that pulse. I love apple pie. So I. That's the first one. Second one is mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes. Next one is hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate. Always that pulse. You can still hear it, can't you? So if you can allow yourself to hear that pulse, hear that beat, hear that heartbeat, boom, boom, believe it or not, that will help slow down your thinking. It will help you reconnect with your heart. And that's a really, really, really important lesson. And so if you want, next time you're feeling like your mind is being all jumbled up, take a moment, find a place where you can be still, find a place where you can be alone or calm, and not disturbed by anyone. And if you want to put your hand on your heart and you can just tap a rhythm on your heart and just kind of take a few breaths. You can close your eyes if you want. And just keep that pulse going. Try to feel that pulse in your body. Some of the things that I used to do is when I was walking, I used to walk to a beat. So let's say I'm walking, you got right, left, right, left. That's one way to have rhythm, and it can help bring our hearts down and help us calm. Another one is when you chew. You're chewing your food. You take a bite and then you chew, and you bite and then you chew and you swallow. Don't forget to swallow. Have a drink of water. So everything has rhythm. So you got to find those things, find those ways so that you can bring rhythm into your life. And it can be quite helpful for you to get through some of the challenging times, some of that stress when you're feeling kind of gross inside. Now, I'm going to put a few little links in the description below. So first things first is when you go down, give the video a thumbs up. That would be really awesome. If you want, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be excellent. You can share it with someone else if you think that you have a friend that might want to enjoy this or might enjoy this video as well. You can share that. But down below, there's going to be a few YouTube links for different kinds of meditation videos. We're going to do one in a few minutes, so don't go just yet. But yeah, this is a really great way for you to kind of enjoy different resources or different places for you to kind of work on your meditation, ways to calm down your brain. There's one that talks about how sometimes our brain is all jumbled up. It's like almost we have a jar of sparkles, and there's water and there's sparkles at the bottom, and we shake up the jar and then the sparkles are all over the place. And what meditation does is it helps bring the sparkles back down to stillness at the bottom of the jar. So that's what we're trying to do. So that's pretty much it for today's lesson. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the rhythms together, and I'm going to play each rhythm separately, and I'm going to jump between the rhythms. So I love apple pie, hot chocolate, mashed potatoes. You know, those rhythms, and I'm going to put them together, and you can join in with me, okay? So I'm going to keep this steady beat. Here we go. Join in with me. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in for the drumming part. I'm going to bring in my friend Judy over here, and she's going to lead us into a nice meditation while I play some small instruments. Now, if you still have some time and you're still into this, there's a few cool things that help me also, which is sounds to calm down my brain. See this thing? This is a little singing bowl. Look at this. Kind of a nice voice here. You can get some bigger ones. And these aren't too expensive. You can find these. So doing this kind of stuff helps you calm your brain, slow down your thoughts. You might even have one of these in your house and ask your parents if you can play them before grabbing them. This is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites here. It's called the kalimba. You play it with your thumbs. And you can't really hear it, but if I put it on my drum, it gets really loud. So I'll play it like this. Listen. This one is a lot of fun if you're looking to just play around and get creative with your musical instruments. And then what I'm going to be bringing up in the meditation is this little Shruti box here. So this is kind of a fun thing. Each one of these has a different note, and you kind of squish it. It's a little accordion. I don't know if you can see this, but if I squish it, it makes a sound. And then you can change the pitch. Really nice instrument to get. If you like to sing, this is a really nice one to do. If you like to just kind of calm down a little bit and just play some soft instruments, that's a good one. And then the last one is the flute. Of course, I'll be playing this flute here. This one here has two barrels in it. One has the tone, the low tone. And then the other one, you can play notes on it. Oh. Then you can put them together. This is one of my favorite ones to play because it helps me again to just slow down and connect. So, Judy, bring it on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe or like us on the Facebook page at Circles of Rhythm. You can also follow us on Instagram. We do lots of really cool stuff on there at Circles of Rhythm. Again, see you guys next time.
Hi, I'm Judy Atkinson, and I'm really happy to be able to do a little introduction to meditation for kids today. I think that there's a secret that most adults don't know, and that is that kids are really good at this. Kids are actually naturally really good meditators. And the reason is because meditation is simply learning how to be present, learning how to be right here, right now. I don't know anybody who's better at that than kids. They feel and smell and taste and touch everything, don't you guys? You are so present all the time. But that said, kids are really stressed these days. And kids have as much stress as adults do these days. And sometimes adults think, oh, they're just kids, they don't have stress. But let me tell you, right, kids, you have stress at school with all kinds of stuff going on in the hallways and pressure to get your work done and feeling maybe you're not good at something and other people are better than you. There's pressure in your family with your siblings and with your mom and dad. There's stress with your friends. There's stress because of COVID and everybody's all together all the time and you just want some space, right? Kids, you need space just like grown-ups do. You need a little time to yourself, right? A little quiet time to do just exactly what you want. Well, I'm going to suggest that a little quiet time doing a meditation every day is going to help you a lot. So what does meditation do for you? It helps you to be calmer. Even when it's really stressful and there's stuff going on around you, or even within you and you're really upset yourself, sometimes you can go back into that calmness that you feel when you meditate so much more easily and relax in the moment so you're not so stressed out anymore. Meditation is probably the most powerful mental health technique that I've ever learned about. And I've been practicing it for a lot of years. And I think if you start now, you're going to be in such good shape by the time you get to my age. You're going to be a wise old person, that's for sure. So what I would like to do with you today is give you some simple ideas about how to set it up so that you can meditate on a regular basis. And then I want to do a little meditation practice with you, just 5 minutes, something you can easily do by yourself or with your parents or with your siblings, and you can do it on a regular basis. So what I want to start with is telling you how to set it up. So I think you need to find a place to do this on a regular time every day. So I suggest right after you get out of bed, brush your teeth, go to the bathroom, sit down and do your meditation right then. Because then your mind is still in that kind of dreamy, sleepy state. You know, when you roll over in your bed a few times and you're still so relaxed. I love that time of day. That's a time that your mind is already so still and calm to do a meditation. It's also a great time to do one is at night, just before you go to bed, or even in your bed before you lay down to go to sleep. 2 beautiful times to make a habit or a practice of doing meditation. And all it takes is 5 minutes. Some people meditate for hours, but you don't have to. 5-10 minutes is lots, especially when you're kids. Just start with 5 minutes and you're going to find you're feeling a lot calmer and a lot better about yourself, liking yourself more and liking other people more too. So what you need to do is find a place. So in the morning, you might sit up in your bed. After you brush your teeth and go to the bathroom, you might come right back into your bed and sit there very calmly and very quietly. But you could do it on a chair. You could do it in the kitchen at the table with your family. Make a regular practice of that before breakfast. It's like a prayer, but it's more than a prayer because it's an active form of health and well-being for your mind, body, and spirit. So prayer is about your spirit, and we need to do that. This is for all three. So in the morning, find a place where you're not going to be distracted. If you've got phones or computers around, turn them all off. Make sure they're all turned off so you're not going to be interrupted. And then I want you to sit really comfortably. So you can sit on a chair with your feet on the ground. You can sit on a cushion or on your bed, or sit on a chair with your legs crossed. But be comfortable and have your back straight. You can lean back on the chair or you can sit forward, whatever is most comfortable for you. I have a very sore back, so I lean on little cushions, but I'm really upright. As you can see, I'm pretty straight, right? Now your hands, just put your hands, you never know what to do with your hands, right? Put your hands, I just put them like this, one over top of the other, and just put them in my lap. That feels really comfortable for me. But you can put your hands down on your lap, just like that, or up on your lap, like that. Or you can even join these 2 fingers. You sometimes see pictures of people meditating with these fingers put together, the pointer and the thumb. You don't have to do that, but that has something to do with the practice of meditation and energy and so on. And that's not for this lesson, but you can do that if you want. And you can put your hands like that, and that might feel really nice for you. So feel what's best for you. I really like to put my hands like this on my lap. So do that right now. Get yourself in a comfortable position. Squirm around until you know that you can sit still now for about 5 minutes. And now I want you to keep your eyes open and look across the room at something. If there's a person there, try to look down and find something on the table between the 2 of you so you're not distracted by the person. Try to look at something. Right now I'm looking at a water bottle. That's kind of a boring thing to look at, but it's actually really pretty. So really look at the water bottle, look at whatever it is that's across from you, and just look at it. Like, I see this water bottle as sparkly and silver, and it's reflecting the light from the windows, and it looks really nice. So just really focus on that object just for a few seconds. And as you're looking at it, notice your breathing. You're breathing in and out, and you're looking at that object. And now I want you to blink your eyes a few times because they might be a little dry from looking at that thing. And slowly let your eyes softly close. And when your eyes are closed, I want you to take in a nice deep breath. And as you do that, I want you to check in with your body and all your senses. So do you smell anything in the air? Do you feel any breeze from a window open or any temperature on your face? Do you feel your feet touching the floor or rubbing against each other if you are cross-legged? Do you feel the fingertips in your hands kind of tingling a little bit? I want you to feel all the sensations in your body and around you. And now we're going to do something called a body scan, where we're going to tense and then relax. So tighten and then loosen all the different muscles of your body. So being still, feeling yourself breathing in and out. I want you now to take your toes and curl them under like you're making fists with your feet, and squeeze those toes really tight, like as tight as you can squeeze them. Take a deep breath and unsqueeze your toes and relax your feet. Your feet are completely relaxed. And now I want you to tighten up the muscles in all of your legs. The bottom part, the top part. If you're sitting in a chair, just push your legs out in front of you and squeeze, point the toes forward and pull the feet back. Point the toes forward and pull the feet back, and really squeeze your legs all the way from the hips down to the toes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a deep breath and relax your legs down. Your legs now are completely relaxed from the hips all the way down to the toes. And now I want you to squeeze your butt cheeks and your tummy, and take your arms and push them in against your body so that you're so tense from your shoulders right down to your butt that you're just really, really tense all in the middle part of your body. So squeeze those butt cheeks, squeeze your tummy, squeeze your back, push your arms in against your body. Take a deep breath and completely relax the middle part of your body. The middle part of your body is now completely relaxed. And now I want you to take your arms and lift them up above your head and point your fingers to the sky and lift your arms up like as if they're going to pop right off your body and fly up into the sky. So stretch your arms way up high. Point your fingers way up high. And then relax. Bring your arms down. Taking a deep breath. And completely relax your arms. Both arms and shoulders and neck are completely relaxed. And now the last one, I want you to scrunch up your face and your neck. Scrunch up as much as you can, your eyes, your nose, your lips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your whole face. You didn't know you had so many muscles in your face. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax your face. Completely relax your face. And now your whole body, from your face down through your middle body, your arms, your legs, your feet, your whole body is completely relaxed. Your whole body is completely relaxed. Now I want you to sit in this completely relaxed state, noticing your breath coming in and out, very gently, just for a few seconds in complete silence. I'll stop talking now and I'll bring you back in a few seconds. So just relax, feeling any feelings, noticing any thoughts that you're having, and being completely relaxed. A wonderful little game to play is if you have a thought, you start thinking about something, and you probably will because that's natural. Just think of it as a log floating down a river. It comes in to your eyesight and then it goes out. It just floats on by. Let that thought go. Same thing with any feelings. If you're starting to feel excited or sad or concerned or worried or happy or looking forward to something, any feelings, just see them float down the river too. Let's just sit now with any thoughts and feelings that come up. Let them be logs floating down the river, coming and going, just noticing them as they come and go. And now just taking in a nice deep breath. And breathing it out. One more time. Breathing it out. I want you to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Slowly lift your arms right up above your head. And as you do that, you can open your eyes. Look up to your hands and your fingers, reaching for the sky. Oh, you might do a little twist to the left and a twist to the right. Oh, and then come on down and relax. Wonderful, and that's the end of your meditation. So that whole thing took about 5 minutes. I have one more idea for you. Remember when we did the squeeze and relax, all the different body parts? Instead of doing that part in your meditation, try this red balloon exercise, where when you're breathing in, you visualize in your mind that there's a big red balloon inside your body that gets blown up when you breathe in. And when you breathe out, you make a hissing sound like air coming out of a balloon. And then breathing in, blowing the balloon up. And breathing out. And you'll do that 10 times. So breathing in would be 1, breathing out would be 2. Breathing in would be 3, breathing out would be 4. And you keep going to 10 or until you feel done. Sometimes counting is hard while you're meditating unless you have a guided meditation like I'm doing for you that you can listen to. So just breathe in and out, pretending that you have a big red balloon inside of you several times until you feel completely relaxed, and then you can sit in silence. When you're sitting in silence, that's when the magic happens. That's the real part of meditation. The other parts where you're tensing and relaxing and breathing and concentrating on looking at something, those are all what's called mindful meditation. You're active and your mind is full of something to keep you occupied and away from all the other stuff going on in your life. But when you move into silence and you have a chance to really listen to any thoughts or feelings that might be there, that's the wonderful part. Sometimes you'll find there's no thoughts or feelings there, and that's perfect too. Either one. But notice the calmness that happens when you're in the silence. So God bless you. I hope that you start doing a regular practice in the morning and at night, or just one for a while and see how it goes. And maybe I'll do another meditation for you. Maybe I'll record the red balloon one for you so you can follow that another time. So have a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are watching this. Be safe and healthy out there, and be happy, and don't worry. Everything is just beautiful, and everything's going to be and is just fine. I love you, I love you, I love you. Mwah. Have a great day, night, or afternoon. Bye for now.